Guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is another day and we are going to bring you more content about taxi driving in Nairobi with the goal of trying to educate you more about the business. And today I'm very privileged to have a guest here, a very young gentleman who has a very inspiring story about the journey he wants to start in doing Uber business. He is a graduate from one of the most prestigious universities that we are going to hear about. He has done one of the most sought after courses. I find like the course he has done is a very good course that gives people employment opportunities. But he has told me that at this point, he's not focusing on that. Rather, he's trying to come into the Uber business. So the story is very inspiring. I hope that you will be able to watch from the beginning until the end. And we will give him the support that he is desiring to find by doing this video. So, brother, welcome so much to this channel.
Thank you.
And let us give people as much information as we have.
Okay.
And we hope that we will educate each other and support one another as we grow in this business.
Indeed.
Sini sawa sawa?
Sawa.
Sawa. So, Noah, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yes.
Glad to be here.
Thank you very much for showing up
Okay.
and also for looking for me.
Yeah.
I know there are so many people who look for me on the channel,
Yeah.
but not many that take that step to come and look for me physically.
Indeed.
So maybe you can introduce yourself briefly.
Okay.
Tell us who is Noah
Okay.
and why did you come looking for me?
Aha. Okay. My name is Noah Apale. I am a graduate of international relations from USIU, but because the market is already saturated, it's my brother who told me that perhaps I should take Uber, and it's because previously I'd wanted to do Uber in 2017. But back then I was a little bit underage, so I forgot about it. Alafu after nimalize and ikajaribu nipate scholarship, and then my brother was like, hii kitu itachukua very long, and because you're growing, see, you should decide do Uber. Like, na ni kweli? Yeah. Then akaniambia that you will house me for 2 months and nipate the certificates, and then I start working. Then imekuwa nikikufuata for very long. So ni vile nilisikia hiyo story. After I got my certifications, I was like, let me call you, and then you help me out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I would say this is not something new.
Yeah.
I have helped to connect a number of drivers to get partners.
Wow.
And one thing I always say is that for new joiners, like people joining this business for the first time as drivers,
Yeah.
I always recommend them because I find that these are people without a lot of backlog of bad information.
Yeah.
They don't have the history of the business when it used to have a lot of money.
Right.
So whatever money they get nowadays, like for the first time they join, a lot of them are satisfied because maybe you are coming from a position of unemployment, a position where you cannot even make ends meet, and then you get in here and you get yourself maybe 1,000 or 2,000 per day. Why shouldn't you appreciate that opportunity when you had nothing?
True.
Yeah, so before we start,
Yeah.
you are saying that you studied international relations at USIU.
Yes.
But I thought USIU was such a high-end kind of university that graduates from that school don't tarmac.
Hiyo ni story ya TV.
Hey.
But on the ground, it's different because when we were joining, and we all thought that we would be the hot things in the market. But sasa kumbe tuliingia tukiwa wengi na jobs ndio hizo ziko kidogo. Then reality outside unapata now people they have to find anything to do. And because me, I love doing things with my own hands, I was like, I know how to drive, I love driving. I've been driving for now 10 years plus. I was like, yes.
You can give it a try.
I can give it a try.
Yeah, you told me that you have all the documents. Maybe you can show us your DL and something. I saw you had it nicely printed.
Yes. Yes, I did. And in fact, ni bado inaziweka in this traditional ndio uone miaka yangu.
But no problem. You don't need to see the details, but I can already see that you have all the stamps.
Yeah,
do you have the stamp for be professional for like that allows you to drive for Uber?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And in fact, even Bolt, they allowed me to open an account without a car.
Okay.
And in which I found it very good. Ndio at least nionyeshe proof that I have all the documents. Ni gari tu. Yeah.
So right now you are looking for someone to partner with you so that they can give you a car to drive. And honestly, I cannot hesitate to recommend you because we have interacted for, I would say, the last 2 weeks, you know, when you are still looking for your papers and just making a decision whether you want to come into this business or not. So I know there are so many people who will reach out to you here and you give them your contact towards the end. Okay. But maybe just a few questions because you know this business is good, but it is only good if you have the right expectations. I don't know what is your expectation for this business, like in terms of working hours, in terms of income, in terms of partners relationship. You have said you have followed me for the last 3 years, so I just need to make sure that your expectations are right and they are within the range whereby you can meet them by doing this business.
So I've been watching it for some time, and nimesikia and people's stories from the ones who are complaining, and to the ones who have found a trick to get money. And I say that because I've learned that this job is really flexible with the time, and the beauty about me, because I have no prior experience of being an Uber driver, and my expectations are really low, but I plan to start from there. And I already have a target market of the people I'd like to drive, and these are the people who are working and who go to the airport, and you know, nisitaki nibebe watu wa sherehe cause kuna kazi mingi na watu wa sherehe. So because of that, I already have an idea that I'd like to be working very early in the morning, and then I take a rest around from 9 to 10, and then I resume again, because there's wisdom ulitupatia about seasons and times. I have taken that into consideration, and I plan to do that. And and a few other tricks to make the customers I will carry love me even more.
Yes. Of course, you are a graduate of international relations, so I know you know how to do relationship management. I would say, which is one of the biggest issues with the drivers when it comes to this business. So I know maybe your customer rating within the application will be very nice. But now when it comes to the partner, you are looking for a partner who should ask you for like how much money per week or per day. What are your expectations on that side?
I have an expectation of the market rate, which of course, depending on the size of the engine, it depends on the market rate. However, I would also like a partner who is a little flexible with me to begin with, because I believe that the rate, it should not be fixed, if you ask me. And the days are good. I'd also like to add money to my partner, but I would like if at the beginning, like for the first month, anikubali nitukue na 1,000 bob. Then ikiwa mzuri nitamwambia, because I am a believer, so honesty is very key. Nitamwambia iko mzuri, and then we go up. But hata kama akikata, and we just start from that, then nipambane, because I have nothing to lose and I have all the energy in the world.
Sure. So I agree. Depending on maybe the size of the engine of that car, you can have a discussion from, let's say, 1,000 and maybe up or down. But now, what is your long-term commitment to this business? Because one thing that partners are always eager to know is if you get that car, you are committed to stay within the business for how long? because they don't want to give you a car.
Yeah.
And then after a month, you say that I have gotten a job. I had applied for an opportunity on international relations.
Yeah.
I now have the job. I am leaving you to look for another person. So
Yeah.
from time to time, you find within a month or two, like that partner has changed 2 to 3 drivers, which is a lot of inconvenience, a lot of waste of time. So like your initial commitment, you can say you can stay with that car for how long?
For very long. For the least for 2 years minimum. And I'm saying this because it's not that I plan to leave after 2 years. And in fact, I think I'd like to do Uber for almost the rest of my life. And that sounds, kama I don't have a dream, but I actually do. And ningependa sana nirudi ushagoni farm. But because I also love talking to people and being with people, and this is something I'd like to do for very long. And sina kazi yenye nimeapply before that itanipatia kazi in the next, I don't know, a month or two. And yeah, in fact, I gave up about story after employment. It's because I've realized also with employment, the level of effort you put is not equal to the amount of rewards you get. Now, maybe because I like putting a lot of effort, I'd like the similar return of reward. No wonder nitabaki for a very long time, because najua hii kazi the reward you get is equal to the amount of effort you put. So so I'm in the long term.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the other thing I want to ask, because it's a very, very common practice when it comes to drivers who are looking for a vehicle. You have told us you are a believer. And it's good, but I am not doubting. But like everyone telling me to look for a car for them, everybody tells me like they are a believer. So maybe do you have some evidence that you are a believer or like?
Yes, I do. So kuna kanisa nilikuwa naenda ushago before nikuje. Inaitwa FPFK Bethlehem, and they are on Facebook. Unaweza enda ulize mtoto wa Apale. And watakwambia, and in fact I'm also a musician. Nachezea drums. So so the evidence iko also on my Instagram. There's pictures and a post with profound things. On Facebook. Also on Facebook naitwa Uncle Tulu. Huko hata ukienda ukiona my history as well. So
si mtu wa sherehe, mtu wa tabia baya baya.
Hiyo tuliacha tukikua na inachosha, na tukikua tunaacha vitu zenye zinachosha na tunaendea vitu zenye they are more rewarding. All right, so I think there is no doubt, and I didn't ask that question to say that I'm casting any doubt, but I'm just saying, when people come towards me saying that they want a car, everyone will tell me I'm a church-going person, I have a family, those kind of stuff. But once you give them the car, my brother, I think they backslide. But so your preference is what type of car? Like what car would you say is the one that you prioritize? But I know whichever comes first, maybe you will take it. Indeed.
But if you are to prioritize, which one would you say is your?
I would like a car that is bigger than a 650. For the flexibility. Because I know there are people who like traveling in our country, and I would like to serve them. And with a 650 kidogo, hiyo engine inaweza pumua sana. It might not be really great, but whichever comes first, I'll definitely appreciate. I have a personal favorite. I love a Nissan Note because I think it's a beautiful car. But saizi nisiwezi chagua. You just start with it. Unaridhika. All
right. So maybe I don't want to keep you for long because I see it's the early morning hours. But please, could you share with us maybe your contact and maybe tell people where you live and whether there is maybe a safe parking around that area? because that also is a big concern for partners before they release their vehicles.
Indeed. Okay. I live in Mirema, behind Paris Lounge, and there is enough parking space. There is enough security, and also there are many clients there. You know, so with that aspect, things are sorted. And here's my number if you would like to reach out to me. It's 0713 43 10 15. I'll repeat, 0713 43 10 15. And my name is Noah Apale. Ama unaandika tu Noah wa Uber.
Noah wa Uber.
Noah wa Uber. Yeah.
Sawa sawa Noah, tumeshukuru sana.
Okay.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And let me know when things work.
I will.
Sawa sawa.
Asante.
Haya, kwaheri.
Haya.